Good morning. It's a Turnaround Tuesday and another opportunity to make amazing change in your life. Today I want to talk about know what you want or accept what you get. You see, in life, oftentimes we have to have an idea and a clue of exactly what we want so we don't find ourselves complaining about what we're getting. We have to be goal-directed and set a very clear direction of exactly where we want to go. You see, oftentimes, if you don't have a plan and you just go through life taking it as it comes, you'll feel a little disappointed. You see, many times we find ourselves, when we have no plan, you think of the news that you're allowed to hear, that the producers are actually putting out there for you. The news is pretty negative, and it talks about a lot of what's going on in superstars' lives. And you begin to either compare yourself to the life of a superstar, or you internalize these negatives that are going on around you. And somehow it permeates your being and begins to direct your mind towards the exact things that you don't want. Today, I believe you should turn around and set a goal. This is a moment where you can make the entire change. After all, it is a Turnaround Tuesday. Today, let's set a goal of exactly what you want. You see, oftentimes I ask people, when I hear them complaining about so many different things, I say, well, what do you want? Exactly what are you trying to achieve? And there's always that blank, that stare, that I don't know. So I ask them, then, what are you disappointed in? You don't really have a goal. Well, my life is not like such and such. It should be like this. What it is sometimes, especially when we become adults, we get so caught up in where we have fallen short along the way or failures. Maybe we didn't graduate, let's say even high school, or maybe we had to stop college in the middle, or maybe when we were employed or when we were working, we didn't get the job that we wanted. And it begins to make us think that this is how the world works. Every time, there's always that possibility of falling short, which there is. But there's also always that possibility of achieving levels that you will not be able to understand until you set goals and start marching towards them. You see, because the goal-directed mind has an end game. It has the destination in the vision already. So what you receive along the way, whether it's, you're going to have ups and downs. So whether it's a positive or a negative, you learn to take it in stride, because you know that it's not just going to be smooth just because you said it and believed it could happen for you, it would happen. No. Let's just think of the pioneers of the West. As they begin to go west, maybe they didn't even know that there was going to be the Rocky Mountains in the middle of it. But they didn't just get there and say, whoa, look at that mountain range. No, they got there, they looked at it and said, we're climbing this too, because we're going all the way until we see the sea again. We're getting to California. And despite whatever obstacles they came through, they were fighting wars, they had to get through, just imagine getting through a mountain range with horses and carriages and women and children, literally building forts along the way, but they did it. They did it because they were willing to take the task. You have to see the end in the beginning. If not, you'll be very fleeting in your ability to achieve the exact thing that you're actually capable of doing. Now, for those who are caught in complaining and believing that they cannot do, why don't you take a moment to actually just sit down, set a new goal. Yesterday is gone. Don't worry about the failures or what you didn't achieve or what maybe your parents didn't achieve or just don't even worry about what you believe cannot be achieved. But you set a goal that you believe is attainable for you. It can be something lofty, or if you want something small, just make it something you haven't done before. To make it to the gym 5 days in a week. To, try to sell some product you've never sold. To help your daughter or your child raise some money for a fundraiser. Just something that would challenge you and would be a little different than your everyday existence. You see, because the man with no plan has to accept the reality that comes to him, because he or she does not know what they want anyway. So whatever comes, if it's a good thing, of course you'll be elated and you'll be so happy. Wow, it happened. But if it's bad and you have no plan, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel like, oh, I'm a failure, because you're just taking life, you're taking the good with the bad, but you're not taking it with a destination at the end of your mind. So let's begin to set goals where we can actually strive towards something, because then it's not so humiliating or so painful if something goes wrong. You see, most people that'll be around you, they're not dreamers. Not yet. They will. They're becoming, because there's a message going out for the dreamers to be reawakened, because it's just a metamorphosis you make, similar to the caterpillar growing into the butterfly. But right now, most of the people you're going to encounter are living as caterpillars, because existence is very fearful, especially in capitalism, because you can get poor if things don't go your way, or if you don't plan right. And also, so most people get caught up in that idea and don't realize that also the people that they celebrate, the ones who have made it, the ones who are wealthy, they've taken a risk. They've went through the metamorphosis necessary to become that butterfly in society. They've gone through the chrysalis and changed everything about themselves to get the success that they saw in the beginning and realize it as a reality for themselves in the end. You see, the winners in society understand that life is a process. Just as when you were in your gestation period to be born and you sat in your mom for 9 to 10 months getting ready, preparing yourself for what's ahead, it never changes in life. There's always that process of generation, growth, regeneration, progress. It has to always keep going. You have to progress and move along through the stages. Nothing is given in life, but through your will and your belief system, you can still attain anything. So if you don't know exactly what you want, you have to accept exactly what you get. So why don't we promise ourselves that starting today, we'll come with a game plan, whether it's for fitness. We'll have a fitness goal. So going to the gym, if we go there for 3 days straight and we don't lose 35 pounds, we understand that there's a process, and our goal is still to lose the 35 pounds, but we said we would do it in 6 months. You see, not that many things happen in 3 days. If you have a monetary goal, if you want to say you want to start making $10,000 a month, and it doesn't happen in your first month, but you gave yourself a year to do it because you want to make $100,000 that year, give it time. The work that you're putting in today, it begins to accumulate and grow for you. And then in time, you'll see that maybe this month you only made $40. Maybe next month you'll make $120. The next month you make 500 something. Next thing you know, you're in the thousands. And slowly but surely, if you'll diligently do the work and continue to believe, you'll find that you are exactly where you intended to be. Now, say it's a spiritual goal. You want to master yoga, or you just want to learn to meditate and feel good about your everyday life. Are you going to be able to get into a full lotus the first time you sit down? Chances are, unless you're an extremely flexible individual who's been through gymnastics and extensive stretching and yoga type training, you probably won't be able to. Everything is a process. Just take the time and let it happen. Every day is the most auspicious moment of your life. If you're allowed to get up and breathe today, try to avoid the news and the negativity that surrounds you. And you set your course and your dream for that day. Write it down if you must. That I would actually advise that. But if you know what it is, then you just move towards it day by day with the expectation of success. You see, you don't want to go through life not knowing exactly what you want and then just receiving whatever the world gives you. Because this life has to be lived from the inside out. And if you're experiencing it only from the outside in, it could lead to manic depressive type feelings. Some days you're up, some days you're down. You don't want that. You want control over your emotions first and foremost. And secondly, you want control over your life. Now, this is Troy signing off. It's a Turnaround Tuesday. I just want to throw a message out there because positivity, belief, and a plan will get you so much that you might not believe you deserve today. So let's set a plan and live according to a course. That way, the realities that come to us are much easier to absorb and we can accept them. Thanks for your time this morning. Troy signing off. Peace. Looking forward to talking to you tomorrow. Thank you and have an incredible day.